In the 1930s, there was a Hungarian troop of soldiers who went on a training expedition in the Alps mountains. They had a commander with them who sent 8 of the soldiers off on a day hike. "I'll stay here on base," he told them. "Here are some day maps. You go that way, cross 2 valleys, and then come back, following this day map." So they crossed the 2 valleys and they were on their way back. But then they were hit with a sudden storm, a sudden snowstorm, and they had no tent, they had no supplies. They were crouched there for days. The storm was relentless and it wouldn't stop. They were running out of food. They began to get desperate. So there were disagreements among the group too. Some said, "Look, let's just take a chance. Let's just walk." Others said, no, we can't do that. We'll die. They couldn't agree on what to do because they didn't have a map. And how do you decide what to do when you don't have a map? Now, and finally, in desperation, they emptied out their backpacks. They pulled out every single item they had in their backpacks. And as they emptied their backpacks, one soldier found a map. Now, this map became the game changer because they opened up the map, figured out where they were, how they thought they could get back to base, and they agreed. They thought they knew the way. Even if it was snowing, they thought they could make it back with this map that they'd found. So they meandered their way back to the base, and they finally got there. And when they got back, as you can imagine, the commander was relieved to see them. And once they'd warmed up and they were debriefing what happened, the commander asked, "So where were you?" And the soldiers showed him where they were on the map and drew a line of how they got back to the base camp. The commander looks at the map for a bit and he says, "This map is of the Pyrenees Mountains, not the Alps." It was the wrong map. But without that map, those soldiers were dead. So I'm very curious. What do you think is the moral of this story? You know, people have interpreted this story in many ways, and there's no right or wrong answer, but I'd love to hear your thoughts. Just add them to the comment section below. I look forward to hearing what you think the moral of the story is, particularly as it pertains to what we're experiencing in our world today. I look forward to hearing from you.